What is going on, guys? What is going on? This is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live on a Tuesday. And boy, oh boy, are we going up on a Tuesday, to put it mildly. This is just wild. This is just insane. Like I said, covering the Doge is really quickly turning into a full-time job for me. This is just wild. It's really hard to take a day off with movement like this, folks. It's really hard to. I mean, to a certain degree, what can you say? I mean, we are on the precipice right now of 60 cents. 60 cents. This is just absolutely wild, absolutely insane. This is just really phenomenal. This coin just keeps defying expectations and really just breaking through consistently over and over again, and really even outshining the most optimistic forecasts for it. So here we are, folks. It looks like we're on our way to 60 cents, frankly. Doesn't seem to be enough resistance to be stopping this right now. I'd like to give a shout out to each and every one of you in the chat. It's good to see you guys. Seen a lot of familiar names in there and a few new ones, which is always good. But good to see you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new emerging channel like this get up in those algorithms. So it takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. And so yeah, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. And if you feel compelled to super chat through the live stream, that is always bigly appreciated. Welcome Slay Blaze, RW, Hump, DZ, Bang, Stun, Fork Tongue, Beastgram, and Fart Particle. Welcome Starlight Sparkle, Gustavo, Peachtree, Ario Dogewagon, and on and on and on. And I'd also like to thank my mods in advance for holding things down. We are doing it to it. We'll wait for a few more folks to filter in here, and then we'll just crack into it. Right now, it looks like I don't know. We might hit 60 cents on the air. I mean, who knows? Who knows where this night's going to take us, guys? This coin is it's just gone wild. It's just gone wild. We've never seen anything like it in the history of cryptocurrency. So to a certain degree, we are in uncharted territory. So anyway, Gustavo kicking things off with a nice super chat. Thank you, Gustavo. $5. Barely slept in 2 days. Got my chips and buying these dips and selling them rips. I like the way you say that, Gustavo. I like where your head's at, man. I like your style. Thank you for your continued support, Goose. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. At this time, I'd like to bring on the one and only and reoccurring guest here on Steven Steele Live, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Nick, what is up, my man?
What is up, Steven? Holy cow!
Yeah. Again, we got another day here where we have defied typical logic in these kind of markets. Definitely outshining even the rosiest expectations. What are your thoughts on what's happening here today, Nick?
You know what? Doge has never failed to surprise me, but it is only Tuesday.
Right.
You know, we are still several days away from SNL.
I know.
And every day that goes by where this continues, it makes me think, and I just posted about this on Twitter just a minute ago before we got live here. You know, obviously, we're all well aware that there's always probably going to be a sell-off after an event like this. Whenever there's news involved or anything, like, of course, there's going to be a sell-off. But yes, every day where we're reaching all-time highs every single day is a new high. It makes me wonder if that sell-off is really going to be as bad or even crazy at all. The market is so hot right now. If everyone is looking to get in, And if there's any major selling that goes on post SNL, I think it's going to get bought up real quick.
Yeah, I agree with you. Ario Dogewagon coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Ario Dogewagon. Since I bought Doge, more women talk to me. You must
Love
be
that
just
name, by the way.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Yeah, you must be just wearing that Doge confidence. You just must be wearing it on you, man, and they can just see the confidence just shining, man. So I guess keep on doing what you're doing, man. And thank you for your support, Ario Dogewagon. Appreciate it, man. Anthony Grant, another regular supporter of the show, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Anthony. I really appreciate that. Real deal. Doge After Dark, top of the night, my man. Likewise to you, sir. Likewise to you. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. This is just really extraordinary. Of course, we're in a little bit of retracement here, but overall, this trajectory has just been out of this world. You know, I was talking to my doctor on the phone earlier today, and then once we got through discussing my health issues, he asked me about Dogecoin, you know, so I started talking about it. I'm like, you know, I happen to know quite a deal about it. And so I helped him get sorted with a Voyager account and all that stuff. And, you know, obviously the number one question comes up to a new investor at this time. Is it too late? Is it too late? Well, how patient are you? I guess the question is, if you're patient, if you're a long hauler, no, I don't think it's too late. Super duper Hank, $2 super chat. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate it. It's all about that Doge swag. What's up, Steven? What is up, Hank? Good to see you, man. And thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, what do you say? What do you say to new investors coming in right now, Nick, at 59, 55, 60 cents? Too late.
Well, you better believe that every ex-girlfriend I've ever had and a friend from 10 years ago is hitting me up right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, which listen, I kind of I expected, which is fine. Mm-hmm. I'm actually, you know what, I'm still really good friends with a lot of people who knew me back when I purchased all this stuff, and I'm more than happy to give advice to anyone that's just kind of entering Doge market or crypto in general, which it turns out Doge is usually most people's first crypto, which is cool.
Right.
But you know, people who say, well, you know, is it too late? I'm buying now at, let's just say 58. You know, 3 months ago, or 4 months ago, people were freaking out that they bought at 8. You know, they're like, that was the top of the market. I'm so mad. Like Mia Khalifa, perfect example. I don't really care for her. Like, what? Yeah, long story. She's I'm not a fan, but
sure.
She openly admitted to buying her. Whatever she bought was at 8 cents when the market first ran up. Sure. And she was like, I'm screwed. I got to hang on to it now, I guess. Well, she's fine now, you know?
Right.
So, and to be completely fair, she didn't have to hang on to it that long at all. Like,
right.
I had to hang on to everybody looks at me, you know, I catch a lot of guff sometimes because I'm pretty honest. You know, I tell people, look, I sold $1 million so far. That's all I've sold so far is 1 million. And people are like, I can't believe you sold. I held on to it for over 7 years, people.
Yeah, you deserve it, man. Come on.
Yeah, I gotta get something here. But yeah, I mean, there's the market is so incredibly bullish right now, and
right.
There's so much, you know, good news to come. Doge has now permanently engraved its name into crypto history. And by the way, it's been there for a long time. It's not like this is a new thing. But it is now in a dominant position, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't see us going back, right? I don't ever see, I think it's very unlikely that Dogecoin ever slips off the top 10 from here on out, frankly.
Yeah, no way.
It's just kind of becoming an institution within American culture, and then that's obviously spreading throughout the world. But as you're noticing, just everyday people that aren't typically involved in cryptocurrency are starting to ask about Dogecoin. What's this about? It's constantly being referenced now all throughout just different aspects of pop culture now. It gets, like I said, when we were on the air about a week ago, when we were talking about that, Nick, I said, I think we're really on the beginning of Dogecoin truly just breaking through and permeating the mainstream culture right now. And I think we're just really seeing that come into remarkable fruition right now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I kind of like when I got into Doge originally back in 2014, I recognized that it had the potential to be a pop culture phenomenon, which is more than a cryptocurrency. Like Bitcoin, yeah, to some extent is a pop culture phenomenon, but only because it was the first. Like Litecoin isn't, like Ethereum really isn't a pop culture phenomenon. Like they don't, like there's no skits being written about Ethereum, you know? But Doge is something else. Like,
yeah,
it's just something completely different.
Yeah, it's just kind of like this merging of, I guess you could use an kind of an artistic analogy to it in terms of, oh, by the way, Anthony Grant, another super chat. Sorry about that, Anthony. $5 super chat. New investor since February. Doge first investment, $700. Listening to Steven, Nick, Miles, Matt, and Upshot. Have my portfolio looking beautiful to the moon. Awesome. I love hearing messages like that. Thank you for that. I love hearing messages like that. And I'm glad I was able to help. The show was able to help. And on your journey to a solid green portfolio, man. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks again, Anthony. Chad Bagley coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate your continued support, bro. He says, best thing about retracements and corrections is that it shakes out the paper-handed pansies. Thank you, Chad. You're not lying. But appreciate it, Chad. That's funny. As I was saying, it's kind of like the most brilliant things in life are usually a combination of just the right dynamics coming into play with a little bit of just like random weirdness, dumb luck kind of merging together. So what we have here, we have this coin with great utility. It's super solid. It was originally created in part as a parody on cryptocurrency, but while still actually holding actual solid utility. And then it just it evolves where it's kind of like Billy said on Twitter, a couple days ago about it. It's kind of like catching lightning in a bottle. And Dogecoin is one of those things where it just caught lightning in a bottle. It just has these dynamics between its practical utility and funny whimsicalness and just likability. Like all of these things are just merging together. And it's just been really fun watching all these uptight heads just explode all over social media today. All the more conservative people in crypto, they're like, I can't believe this. The Dogecoin's going to ruin cryptocurrency and it'll never make it past $1. And, this is an outrage. It's just like, calm down. My goodness. I mean, no, they wouldn't be feeling this way if there's nearly any other cryptocurrency on the top 100 doing this right now. It's just kind of silly, don't you think?
I completely agree. And I think that, part of my own personal success with just finances in general, but like Dogecoin primarily, is part of like I really believe in like doing good and karma, good karmic deeds.
Yeah.
And for the same reason that like I don't turn away any person that I used to associate with in my life who maybe I haven't heard from in a while, or like I mentioned earlier, like ex-girlfriends or like old friends or whatever, like people that are reaching out to me now because they've heard my story. People know, like in my town now, it's like a known thing, like this dude, you know, like struck it huge. I don't turn away anybody who has questions or wants advice or needs help or whatever. And I think that is the sentiment of the whole entire community. And that is a huge factor as to why this crypto is doing as well as it is, because it is not like any other cryptocurrency where it's just like, we're just here to make money and screw everybody else, and like all the other coins suck and ours is the best. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with helping out everyone around you and just make, you know, like lending a helping hand. And like, if that, you know, just if that means teaching them about taxes or financing or whatever, like that's what Doge really means.
Yeah, really well stated. And that's always been one of the things that's really appealed to me about a Dogecoin community and stuff like that is it's, you know, in part it's, you know, it is definitely about the money for pretty much all of us, but it's not only about the money. There's other dynamics and values associated with the roots of the Dogecoin culture and its history, and that's another attribute about it that I find rather honorable, and just makes it a more substantive experience to be a part of. Wouldn't you say?
Totally, and I firmly believe that the roots of the coin are founded in that idea, and and when you create good roots and good structure, this is what happens. You know, eventually you're going to get a freaking sycamore tree out of it. And, you know, just like, you know, for the same reason that we're not, you know, people are not seeing Bitcoin do as well as it is, you know, I think primarily because the community was never founded in any one thing. It was kind of like, it was created by this mystery man, and then it was kind of like used for underground, you know, nefarious things for a little while. That wasn't any fault to the coin, but that was just what it was. But the community never coalesced into like a positive like place. It just kind of became about money, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And it's just interesting how, you know, people that are familiar with the history of Dogecoin understand, right? We understand that this isn't an accident. This isn't like, it's just interesting how people and, you know, critics of Dogecoin will say, oh, it's just this, you know, this pop-up meme coin, pump and dump, you know, scheme, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's been around since 2013. What are you talking about? This thing is where it is today, not on accident, not on a couple guys just saying that they're going to decide to just pump this up and it just does what it does. No, the way it gets to where it is right now is because it has a long, rich history and story and evolution that has got it to where it's gone and where it is and where it's going to go. You know, it's kind of, I find it rather insulting, you know, it's kind of like, you know, when you make it reminds me of people like when you make an accomplishment or someone's talking to you about some accomplishments you've made in your life and they say, oh, you're lucky. You're so lucky. And I'm like, I'm not really lucky. That'd be like if someone walked up to you, Nick. By the way, if you guys don't know what Nick looks like, he looks like a jacked action figure. It'd be like if someone walked up to you, Nick, and was like, oh man, look at that muscle tone, that definition, man. You're so lucky. Yeah, you're just lucky, man. I mean, you'd be like, luck? Luck has nothing to do with it, man. Luck is the last reason why I I have this physique. Luck is and that's how I feel about Dogecoin. Luck is the last reason why Dogecoin is where it is today. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I completely agree, and I call a lot of things luck in life, because for me it's not. I don't attribute the word luck to like I guess like randomness. I think it's more of like we've talked about this before. Like, I believe you create your own luck.
Correct.
And luck is a creation of like positive output into the universe.
Correct.
And I've noticed a lot of people, especially a lot of people I talk to on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, they're like so down on themselves, and they're like, I do all this good stuff, and the world isn't giving me anything back, and like, well, maybe you shouldn't expect anything back. Like,
right.
It's just eventually, if you have the right mindset and you put enough good stuff out there, like, you will eventually stumble upon what I and many others have captured. And part of that is just doing your bit. And I guess that, I call it luck, but it's not luck. It's karma, really.
Yeah. In a sense, that's really true. Guys, we got about 175 people in chat as of the moment, about 90 likes. Why don't we pump up those likes a little bit? That really does help. So let's pump
I'm going to do a crab dance at 100. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
There you have it, guys. Nick Balls is going to do his own version of crab dance on 100 likes. Let's pump up the likes like we pump up the Doge. If you haven't hit that like button, please feel free to do so now. And then also, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you to the channel. My name is Steven Steele. This is my show, Doge After Dark or Steven Steele Live. Those are kind of two breakouts that I do. One of the two they're usually called. And I do a lot of streaming, a lot of Doge-centric streaming. And we're building out a really awesome community here in a short amount of time, and would love to have you along for the ride. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, join us, join the Crypto Vampire set, join the Lost Boys of crypto here on Steven Steele Live. We'd love to have you.
Love that movie.
It's one of my favorites. And then if you feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout the stream, that's always hugely appreciated, guys. And then if you don't follow me on Twitter already, my Twitter is pinned at the top of the chat. I love to stay connected with my audience there. My guest tonight is a frequent one, a frequent co-host, really, of the show. It's Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. And one of the reasons why I think Nick is so appropriate for the show, among many other things, is because I really feel like he's the guy for the time. He's a quintessential example of somebody that we can look to as a really solid reference point. Here is a guy, Nick, invested about $10,000. You took out a loan to do that, didn't you? You didn't even have that capital, did you?
Oh no, I can't remember. 2014. I did already start my like career job, but I was only 2 years in, so I did not have the capital to put $10,000 in crypto. So I definitely went to the bank, and I do not encourage people to do that.
It's funny because you're like, I do not encourage people to do that. On the other hand, I'm now worth.
Yeah, it worked out. I'm glad it did, but that's at the same time. So the loan was actually for $15,000. I put the other 5 into Litecoin and Bitcoin, as I often talk about, and I actually ended up taking out more over time, and primarily buying Bitcoin. But yeah, I never felt like I was overextending myself as far as like money went. Like I was taking out loans that I know that I could handle the monthly payment on. I also didn't have any other, like I had a couple credit cards, but like I didn't have any large debt. I didn't have student loans. I didn't have a car payment. I owned my car at the time. you know, I think, yeah, I was at the time I was like 20 something years old. I was living at my parents' house, our old family house, and I had no major huge bills. So like I wanted to build my credit. So I knew that taking out a personal loan was a good way to do that. It's funny too, because now I'm essentially retired at 32 and I don't have a job, but I got I had to switch around some credit stuff like a few weeks ago, and I wanted to get a new credit card because I wanted to get an airline card. I'm trying to bring my brother to Japan next year for his 21st birthday, and I wanted to get airline miles. So they wouldn't give me a new card because I don't have a job, which is hilarious. But they did give me my credit score back, and my credit score is like 800, which is insane. I have an 800 credit score, but I can't get a home loan, even though I've got over $1 million in the bank, and I can't get a credit card for like whatever. But whatever. I don't really care.
That's awesome, man. Let me get to a couple super chats real quick. Alex Price for $5. Thank you, Alex. He says I'm up to 100K in Doge right now. That's pretty good, man. Doge community is so effing awesome. Opportunity is luck and skill meeting at the same time. Luck is objective. I'd say there's a lot of truth to what you're saying there, Alex. And welcome to the show. And I love what you have to say there. Appreciate the support, Alex. Then Dogecoin tweet, another regular viewer I recognize, coming in at $4.99. Thank you, Dogecoin tweet. Says, much love. Hashtag do only good every day. That is awesome. I love that acronym. I love to see how much that's really kind of spread throughout the community and how much you're seeing that used now. And it's just exemplary. Do you think we might hit 60 cents tonight, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, we've been flirting with it for the past hour or two. I think I'm trying to measure this out here. We hit 5,998 was the highest on Binance. In fact, you guys or anybody with Robinhood, I think Robinhood might have hit 60 because I believe they're paying a premium right now, which lends me to my next theory.
All right,
I tweeted about this the other day.
Yeah.
This is this is an Alex Jones level conspiracy theory. People do not like. I don't have any evidence of this, but this is my personal opinion.
Okay, it's a disclaimer.
I believe. Yeah, this is not based in any type of reality. I believe, and we all know Robinhood holds the largest wallet on the blockchain. This is pretty.
Yeah, 20%. Yeah, 20%.
28%, which is, that's split up between hundreds of thousands of users, which is fine. No big deal. I don't think, personally, I don't believe that 28% is enough. I think that Robinhood might have severely underestimated Doge's popularity and market, like the pull on the market. Right now, Robinhood accounts for the largest percentage of people who, like, just your average Doge holder, right?
Yeah.
Most people can buy Doge, or most people who buy Doge buy it on Robinhood. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. I obviously, crypto wallets, very important. Keys, very important. They promise that they're going to get to it. However, they might be delaying this crypto key drop because they don't have enough. And if Robinhood really wants to put out crypto keys and let people move their Doge around, they're going to need a lot more Doge, which means the price is nowhere near what it is right now.
Right.
This is just my own belief, but I do not believe right now that Robinhood has enough. I don't believe they do.
Yeah, I think
many reasons why.
That doesn't sound terribly far-fetched to me at all, honestly. It doesn't sound terribly far-fetched to me at all. I think they're scrambling probably behind the scenes to try to get that sorted. I have a feeling too they don't have their Doge inventory sorted yet, as far as its capacity to be able to meet the demands going forward. And I do think that's probably the reason why Dogecoin is always under construction. You know, some people say, well, it's just they do regular maintenance around 5:30 every most days, and it's not just Doge. No, it was down at 9:30 this morning. It was down again for a little bit at 1. You know, the thing is, Vlad doesn't want to, you know, he doesn't want to scare any consumer confidence, obviously. So when he was asked by Dave Portnoy if it was a volume problem, he said no, right? But it's like, look, it's either a volume. If it's not a volume problem, that means it's straight market manipulation. It's one of the two, man. Right?
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing. It doesn't matter. Like, it at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which one it is, because
right.
There's no reason. Let's just put the maintenance time stuff to the side for a minute. They, at any point in time, if you have to pay a premium to your sellers to meet the demand of your buyers, right?
Yes.
Binance doesn't ever have to do that. No other exchange ever has to do that. If you ever have to pay a premium on sells, that is a huge red flag that you don't have enough. And I am very like, I don't think Robinhood has enough. I just don't. And if that is the case, and they are the largest supplier of Doge right now.
Yep, they are.
The price of Doge is way, way higher than it. That's market manipulation. Right now, the price should probably be well over $1.
Yes.
It's not, because they don't have enough.
Yes.
This is my
this is just a theory, you guys. I mean, there's no hard evidence of no way of us knowing for sure not this time, but I think it's a very plausible, very, very plausible theory. Guys, welcome to Stephen Steele Live. My name is Stephen Steele if you're new here. And we got about 260-ish people in here right now, about 137 likes. So if you haven't hit that like button, why don't you just take a moment to smash that like button. It takes a split second of your time. Doesn't cost you a dime. Number one thing you can do to help a new emerging channel like this get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms. So if you could just take a second to do that, that's hugely appreciated. Also, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you to the channel and encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Would love to have you join us in the long run. And then lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat, you can do so anytime throughout the show, and that's always prioritized and hugely appreciated. You know, speaking of Alex Jones, that guy I really get a kick out of him. I would love to have him on the show here sometime if this channel ever gets big enough where we could even get his attention. I think it'd be hilarious. You know, all politics aside,
we could have him on right now.
Oh,
we
man.
get the black helicopters ready to go.
You know, it's one of these things where, you know, all politics aside, you got to look at it objectively. I mean, Alex Jones is a hilarious entertainer, and he makes for one of the best live stream podcast guests you can get. He's just so dynamic and ridiculous and kind of endearing, really. Alex Price coming in.
Listening to him back. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. Let me get this super chat out. Then we'll get back to Alex and Alex. Okay, Alex Price coming in $10. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Dogecoin has been meticulously built up to succeed in social media while becoming a concrete currency. Snoop has a music video. Mayor of Flavortown has merch. And Mark Cuban, I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, you raise a really good point, Alex Price. It's just really cool to see Dogecoin permeate all these different facets of our culture now, right down from, you know, rap legends to chef legends to, you know, financial, some of the biggest voices and figures in all of finance. So I know it's just kind of critical mass. We got Snoop Dogg, we got Elon Musk, we've got Mark Cuban. I mean, do you really think these guys would attach themselves to something that they truly didn't feel had major potential? You really think they'd be putting themselves out there like this? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. So anyway, I forget where we were there.
Alex Jones, conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I was just saying, I used to listen to him back when he was on like terrestrial radio, way back in the day. It was called, what was it called? Oh God, it's gonna drive me nuts. It was called, I don't know. It's left the building, but it was before he ever had, I think it was like right before the internet became huge.
Yeah. I like when he gets super riled up and he screams 1776 will commence again. MD Hewitt, welcome MD Hewitt, coming in at $3.99 super chat. Thank you, MD. Appreciate your continued support. He says Alex is like a cartoon character, 69 cents. Thank you for that. Yeah, he really is a very incredibly animated guy. And he seems to be pretty self-aware about it all. He seems to have a pretty good sense of humor about it all. Yeah, so here we are. We're kind of trading sideways at 58 cents now. And who knows? It could do this rest of the night. It could do this for the next 20 minutes. At this rate, I am done making immediate predictions on it. Geez, I mean, we could hit 70 cents tomorrow. Who knows, guys? Who knows? But at this rate, Nick, do you think it's possible we could hit $1 within 7 days?
I clearly, if we're in the trajectory that we've been maintaining, if we maintain this trajectory through Saturday, I mean, yeah, we could be looking at $1 by Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
It's very, very, I mean, that's very possible. And like I mentioned earlier, with all the attention, all the news, everything that's built up, there are so many people out there right now waiting for a buy-in opportunity. And any ground that's given up on, after Elon's appearance, or even the day or the next couple days after, if the market corrects, I don't think that market correction will be around very long, because there are so many people who are looking for entries right now. I've got a line marked at the 4250 range. That was a previous level of resistance for us. If we rock it up and retrace back down anywhere near that level, you better believe that there are going to be some major market makers stepping in to buy that up. And there's no way. I firmly believe that as we stand right now,
yes,
Doge is worth over $1 at current time. We are worth well over $1.
Right. Yeah. So just to be clear, what you're saying for the rest of the chat, I mean, I know what you're saying, but when you say you say Doge is currently valued at $1, you say it has yet to be reflected in the market, but on the ground, it's easily worth $1.
Correct. Yeah. I think because of, and this is I don't think Robinhood set out to do this, but because of Robinhood's, obvious, strangle on a majority of the market, I don't think that was ever their intention to do that.
Right.
But because of the major role that they play, the price activity is never going to be correlated to the actual price until wallet keys and things like that get fixed. It's just, we're not going to see an accurate price, because no other, Binance or any other marketplace is not going to, they're not going to play games with Robinhood, and certainly if Robinhood is paying a premium, other markets are going to benefit off of that. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I do not have any limit sell orders placed, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I definitely suggest other people do not either, because we could be seeing we are in for a ride like that none other.
I want to pick that up right after the super chat, but thank you, Angela Malone, for your $2 super chat and your super cute kind of Doge-esque
cool
cartoon sticker that went along with it. Well played, Angela Malone, and thanks for tuning in and your support. Really appreciate it. So David says this is the dip. I mean, it's possible. So as you were saying, someone else saying best night show. Thank you. Appreciate that. Right. Oh, this is a fun one. Guy, I'll entertain it for a moment. This is funny. Truth hurts comes in with this comment, and here we go, dude. I'm gonna give you a little platform here. He says, "Dude, this is stupid. Dogecoin is backed by nothing. You literally bought a picture of a coin. There's no way that can be the world currency. It will be XRP." as if by that standard,
coincidentally, the coin that I bought into.
Right. Yeah. It's like, it's so funny because by his own standard, XRP is literally a coin with just like a picture. It's just, I don't know. It's just so silly. Alex Price, thanks for coming in with a $1 super chat. Appreciate it. But that's all right, man. You don't have to come in here and like Doge. Even your thumbs down, man. It all helps.
We talked about this today on Twitter.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had that comment going back and forth today on Twitter. Some guy was like, "There's no use case for Doge." There was $40 billion transacted today, buddy. Even if the use, okay, let's put aside everything else. Yeah. $40 billion in real money was sent around the world in freaking magic internet land, and the transaction fees were almost nothing.
Right.
Like, to do that, we flew around $40 billion today, and it cost almost nothing to do.
Right.
So if that's the only use case, I don't know, like, ignore everything else. Like, Doge has sent $40 billion flying around the world in a day. That's enough for me. Like, there's enough use case right there.
Yeah.
How much did XRP do today? 12? I mean, just it's crazy. We're doing almost as much as Ethereum. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Marco, I'm using an Elgato. It's literally a $100 microphone plugged into my USB drive.
I noticed you have really good, I'm on, okay, I didn't buy my mic, but it's a really good mic. Audio Technica, I don't know what it's called, but it's a fancy mic. And I always listen to the podcast back. I'm like, man, Steven sounds so much better than me.
Oh, I don't know. I think you come through pretty good, particularly all things considered. And the last time, I'll just address the troll one more time. Firstly, dude, if you're gonna try to win people over to your coin, that's not the way you do it. I personally own XRP. That's what's so funny, and I know a lot of other Dogecoin holders also hold XRP, and so it's funny you come into one of the larger Doge-centric shows and as just like an XRP poster boy, and you act like a supremely patronizing dick, and then you also on top of it really don't know what you're talking on top of it. So the people that you might have been able to win over with XRP, I guarantee I've won way more of this audience over to XRP than you ever will. So you're a really bad spokesperson for your coin, and
it's crazy too because I swear to God, I have never heard of like anyone. I know XRP exists. I mean, I know about the crypto, but I've never heard anybody who's like it is gonna be the one.
Yeah.
I just don't. I never knew those people existed.
He makes some good points, or he makes a good point. They have been establishing some solid relationships with some banks in a few European countries, and that's good. That's good. I just don't get this juxtaposition where you think we're against you or something, dude. It's just weird. Isaac Castillo, thank you for your $5 super chat. Thank you, Isaac. Mark Cuban and Elon Musk are putting up real money to buy, hold, transact in commerce. Doge haters, what's the litness? Yeah, no kidding. Great comment, great super chat, Isaac. Hit that one pretty spot on. Thanks for your addition to the show. Bianca Malayan, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, Bianca, but I've always loved the first name, Bianca. I think it's really lovely. Anyway, thank you for your generous super chat of $9.99, Bianca. Bigly appreciated. She says, first time seeing you live before 11 Eastern Standard Time. Should make them a little earlier for us on the East Coast. Yes. It's hard to catch up later. Amazing growth in such little time. Congrats to monetization. Bianca, thank you. Noted. I mean, you raised a fair point there. You know, folks on the East Coast are 2 hours ahead of where Nick or I are at, and even further if you're on the West Coast. So yeah, I will take that into consideration, and I have been taking that into consideration, and that's why I have been lately going on a bit earlier than usual. I still want to maintain.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah. I still want to maintain predominantly being a night show, but I think I'm open to that. I might play around with the start time and make it a bit earlier. We'll just see as we go forth here, but definitely noted. And Bianca, thanks for your super chat and support of the show. I really appreciate that. Alex Price coming back in with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Alex. Really cool of you. What, if any, can you attribute eToro and Gemini on what is happening right now, or is it all SNL anticipation? Nick, I'm going to let you have a stab at this first.
Yeah, I would. I was actually thinking about this earlier today, or when the eToro news was released, as well as Gemini. I mean, anytime you open up any market, Doge, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and any other crypto in general to a whole new platform, you're going to add a certain amount of new users to the coin. And typically, depending on which platform you're talking about, some platforms don't allow transfers of Doge directly. So, I mean, even if they did, most of these platforms, you're talking about new buyers, not sellers. So, people who are selling Doge, they already have they already exist. Yeah. When you open up new platforms, you're just opening up a whole bunch of new buyers, people who weren't able to buy it before, especially in, not so much for Gemini, but for eToro, that represents a lot of Europe, where they might have not had access to Doge before. I think that eventually when Coinbase, gets whatever together, I think Rosetta's done. As soon as Coinbase, adds everything, they might end up being just kind of a footnote in Doge's legacy, as far as market addition goes. I think Coinbase is going to be great for Doge. Don't get me wrong, but they've kind of missed they missed a large percentage of the run up already. I kind of think that Coinbase might be looking at this as kind of just like, well, water under the bridge at this point, might as well just, get on when we can get on and ride it from there. So, yeah, any new platform is always going to bring a whole bunch of new users to whatever new market they're adding. So yeah, it definitely helps for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Gustavo coming in, $2 super chat. Thank you, Goose. Appreciate you, man. You've been promoted to the 9 p.m. Central Standard start time. Oh, thank you. Thank you for informing me, Goose. Goose also apparently appointed himself to be the program manager. Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Above Wall Street coming in, $2.99 super chat. Above Wall Street. Thanks again. Always appreciate Above Wall Street. By the way, I got your T-shirt Above Wall Street. I love it. So Above Wall Street sent me a free Dogecoin T-shirt. It says Dogecoin. We tried to tell you. So it's if you want to check out their gear and their site, it's great stuff. Batman versus Deadpool coming in at $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Dogefather skit with Elon and you narrating. I would be honored. I would do that in an absolute heartbeat. Just send me the script. I'll make it happen. I'll bounce it right back over to him. No problem. I will do the best job I can. Actually, I really like that idea. Now that's marinating. I think it'd be a pretty dynamic combination there. So thanks, Batman v Deadpool. Guys, we got about 300 people in the chat. This is great. We got about 195 likes in the room. So let's try to get those likes up a bit. If you haven't done that yet, if you could just take a second to do that, it's really helps. And if you're new here, I want you to press number 1. If this is your first time watching this show, I want you to press number 1 in the chat. Nick, so we're really seeing just a critical mass of groundswell among celebrities now, just piling on, new one every day. I think today was Meek Mills, tweeted something to the effect of, "I'm tired of missing out on Doge. I just picked up a bunch," And
yeah, I saw that.
So it just seems to be really snowballing. Thank you, Ryan McClymans, for $2 super chat. Holy smoke, Steve! Wow, we have come so far, man. I know, and we just got started a little more than a month ago, Ryan. Can you believe it?
Carl's Jr.'s in here.
Carl's Jr. is back with Beef Supreme, the ultimate twin spin there. I'd like to personally welcome the first-time viewers tonight, R.R., Jay Morrison, Mark Lance. You almost fooled me there. Mark is not new. Obayoyo, Nicholas Trejo, Mundo de Acción, Richard Powell, Sarv Shakti, Big Hat, and Angela says 2. Isaac Castillo, Vivek, Kamlekar, this one's tricky, Adwumi Esther, hope I didn't butcher that too bad, and Fart Particle, you are not new, sir. You are not new. Chuck Gotti, and Sarv Shakti, etc. So I just want to personally welcome you guys and ladies and gents to the show. And I encourage you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, join us. We are building out an awesome community here pretty quickly, and we would hate to leave you behind on our ascension to the moon. Doe Zero coming with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Doe Zero. Appreciate you very much. What's up, Stephen, Nick, and chat? What a great day for the Doge fam. Congratulations all. Hashtag Dogecoin rise. Yeah, great indeed. And yeah, we're Nick and I are just really pleased to be covering this. Speaking of being pleased to be covering this, we just hit 60 cents, Nick, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. We're comfortably broke through onto 60 cents live on the air here, and it seems to be continuing to climb. What is the all-time high? I think we barely touched 60 cents earlier in the day, right?
I think 60. Let me zoom in here.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, Binance all-time high 6150, I believe. 6150 it looks like. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we'll see another all-time high tonight. It's certainly a possibility the way we've been cruising here. This is just phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Anthony Grant coming in at $5 just comes in and says 60 cents, ladies and gentlemen, 60 cents. Thank you for the announcement via Super Chat, Anthony Grant. Appreciate you, man. This is just phenomenal. You know, guys, I have to say, I feel like every day to a degree, when it comes to Doge World anyway, I feel like every day I'm waking up and I'm living out the next chapter of an epic trilogy, right? Every day I wake up and the role that I'm playing in this thing, and the role that Nick is playing in this thing, and the roles that, you know, anyone from Upshot to Crypto Batman, Matt Wallace, et cetera, the roles that we're all playing here, and the roles that all of you fine people are playing here, is really just unfolding like this, just this epic tale, really. And we're just seem to be defying so many usual laws, thinking, and expectations. And it's just so great to see the grassroots just really rise up and make a big difference, a big impact here. And I think all shows like this and shows like the ones I mentioned and all of you people here, I think all of us have directly contributed to this groundswell for it to reach a critical mass to the point where we're just absolutely snowballing you guys into 60 cents and beyond. About a coin a month ago was hanging out at a nickel. What do you say, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, we have come so far in such a short time. It's really remarkable to see, and I think it kind of was inevitable at some point. You know, if anybody who was in the community just a couple months ago could see that, like, things like there was a groundswell building for sure. And, you know, people out there, I think, you know, part of the success of, you know, Wall Street Bets and GME was like the people taking back control over Wall Street.
Yes.
And, you know, to some extent, crypto has been invaded by big money. You know, you can definitely 100% say that about Bitcoin, certainly 100% say that about Ethereum. And there was like nothing for the average person to feel like they owned a piece of. And that's where Doge came in and just dominated. Doge dominated by allowing the average person to feel like they owned a piece of history. And whether they were in it for a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 or, like me, millions, you know, you can feel like you own a piece of history and time. That's what Doge allows. It allows the people to take back a part of what was meant to be a movement for the people, which was cryptocurrency. And it has now turned into a world for Wall Street, a world for the hedge fund managers, a world for big business. And Doge still is and never will be a part of the big money scheme. It's still so large of a crypto that it will never be owned by any one person or any, you know, couple organizations. It will always be a crypto for and by the people.
Yeah, really well stated. And Anthony Shirley coming in, $20 super chat. Thank you for your generous contribution, Andy. Appreciate you, man. I know you rarely ever miss a show. Says, keep up the great work, Steven. You are the man. I don't know if I'm the man, but I'm a man doing my best within my sphere. But thank you, Andy. I really appreciate. I know you rarely ever miss a show, and thanks for that generous super chat, man. That kind of thing really does help for all the time and effort here. Angela Angela
take a quick break real quick here.
No problem, man. I got it. You got it. Take your time. Angela Maloon says, do you think that crypto is becoming the people's money because of the government and stimulus and people losing faith in the dollar? Also, the lack of respect for the Federal Reserve. I think you touched on some really interesting, valid questions there, Angela. Yeah, I do. I think people are running to crypto because they're losing not just faith in the dollar. I think it more has to do with them losing faith in the system. Here's a system that's just seems to be rigged on every side of it. You know, when you think about how much money you have to make in this country in order to live even somewhat comfortably, you have to make enough money to not just pay for your food, to not just pay for your rent or your mortgage. You also have to pay enough. You also have to make enough money to pay for your car insurance, your health insurance, all the little things that happen throughout the day, the gas in your car repairs, your electric bill, your cell phone bill, your heating bill. Not even to mention your internet bill and all your extra little subscriptions throughout the month, which aren't necessarily necessities, obviously, but you know, it all adds up. It all adds up. It adds up to the point where you can be making what is perceived to be middle-class income as even a single person. I'm not even talking about with kids in the mix. And you can still be stretched pretty thin, man. So that's most people in this country, right, are dealing with in that kind of scenario. Well, they're watching, you know, the top 1% keep benefiting. Well, now crypto has become this populist movement where we decide the value. We invest on according to what we decide that value is. And it's proving to be quite profitable and giving access to leveling up people's wealth and financial freedom in ways and making it accessible in ways we've never seen before. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And as far as people losing faith in the Fed, well, of course they lost faith in the Fed. Nobody trusts the Fed. Nobody respects the Fed. So, yeah, I thank you for your comments. Cray Cray Astro Spray. That's quite a name. That's funny. Cray Cray Astro Spray coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Cray Cray. Changed accounts. Still the loyal. Still the loyal Sierra that's been watching since day one. Thanks for what you do, pal. Will be a long-term watcher to the moon, baby. Sierra, you are a character, and I like the new username. I'll just have to file it in my brain so I know when I see Cray Cray Astro Spray, I know that's Sierra behind there. So thank you, Sierra. I appreciate you, and thank you for the kind words, and looking forward to being moonbound together. Batman versus Deadpool coming in with $1.99. Hey, Nick and Steven, 69 cents possible tonight. Nick, are you here?
I am back. I mean, we're looking at all-time high right now. So,
did we hit it ATH?
What was it? 51. I got 61.85 over here. We're doing it right now. Okay, we
have just hit an all-time high, ladies and gentlemen, live on the air. Doge hit an all-time high, live on the air. Another historic moment. And I got to say, I've been pretty on top of hitting most of the ATHs here. Of course, I've been kind of streaming like a madman lately, but we can obviously see why. So here we are, guys. I mean, another all-time high. This thing does not look to be slowing down. Looks like it's just charging right into 62 cents in no time here. Look at this rise. Dare I say this is verging on parabolic status? I'd say if we hit 69 cents tonight or tomorrow, absolutely. So I definitely, in short, Batman, I don't think Nick and I would cross that off the list tonight for it to be 69 cents tonight. Totally possible. Delos
62.43 over here. Beef Supreme has to be losing his mind.
He is. Records are broken. He says, Delos $5 super chat, 61 cents to the moon. And just since you sent that super chat, we are into 62 cents. That's just how crazy it's going right now. Alex Price at $5. I bought in February and I got to react and have coworkers watch the rise. I accidentally made a lot of people a lot of money on an accident. So that's interesting. Alex says, I bought in February. I got to react and have coworkers watch the rise. I accidentally made a lot of people a lot of money on accident. That's funny. And then a big $20 super chat from Counter. How do you pronounce that? Counter? What do you say, Nick? Kawhner? Counter?
Counter.
It's got to be counter, right? Okay, so Counter. Okay, Counter. ATH hype! Exclamation point. Yes, we are a all-time high hype right on the air live, guys, and it's not slowing down. We are making history with each and every passing second. Just incredible. Thank you so much for the generous super chat of $20. Really appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. History is being made. Absolutely. Looks like we could be hitting. We just hit 63 cents. 63 cents, guys. Just incredible. A little bit of retracement now, but nope, coming back up. This is just incredible. What are your thoughts on what's going on right now, Nick?
I mean, I think every night we come on here and I feel like we have a similar conversation. We might not be hitting all-time highs every night, but
right.
I keep telling people, listen, we treat your Doge as if it was worth more than $1. Treat your Doge like that. So
right.
If you're going to use it, or especially, I don't really, for those people who are going out and spending their Doge like on stuff, I'm not discouraging people from spending their Doge. However, if you are operating on Robinhood or another one of these platforms that doesn't allow transfers out, do not be selling it to them for less than a little over $1, because I firmly believe that's where we're at right now. And clearly other people do too. And a lot of other people, because the money that is being injected into Doge, we're talking about billions of dollars. Like, that's not funny money. We're talking about real big baller money at this point. Yeah, and
I put a couple hundred. What did I put in? Well, I put more than that. I put in about $400 into Litecoin just a couple days ago, and that's doing really good right now too. I think Doge, Litecoin, and Ethereum are going to continue to be real solid investments for a long time to come. It seems like Doge is bringing them all up, It seems like Doge is really bringing up both Ethereum and Litecoin, and it's really cool because all three of them have this very intermingled history together, right? And so
sure,
they're all just really just stepping up right now. Monkey Snake 6 Doge, thank you, Monkey Snake 6. Appreciate that super chat. Nick's left bicep. Somebody created a profile named Nick's left bicep, coming in for a super chat of $2.99. It says, "Let's go," rocket emoji. So
that is, I can't see it. It hasn't come up for me yet.
Oh, you got to scroll up in the chat. The chat's been moving really quickly. So if you scroll back, you'll be able to see Nick's left bicep. There's another profile that comes in here once in a while that goes by the name of Steven Steele's Jacket. So there we have Nick's left bicep, and then Steven Steele's Jacket are out there doing it.
That's amazing. I'm gonna have to screenshot that and send it to my girlfriend.
Yeah, if you scroll up, you'll see it there. So look at this, what happened here, Nick. Huge retracement. Just go down to 60 cents almost instantly, and just as instantly, It's popping up.
That's not on Binance. That did not happen on Binance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a Robinhood thing.
That's weird because it went and it just shot right back up to an instant V. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a Robin. I'm telling you. That's what
Okay,
I would never trade crypto on Robinhood, at least right now. And
So-
for a lot of people who, sorry.
No, that's okay. So I am looking at the Binance chart now. There was a retracement, but not quite like that. You're right. Not quite like that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But we got big green candles forming and rolling as we are at 62, about 62.60 right now. Looks like we're headed for 63 cents. This is just incredible. Beef up the Doge. As Carl's Jr. says, of course. Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. would like you to beef up your Doge. With a little bit of help from Beef Supreme. Buy the dip. Buy the dip, sell the rip. Yes. And the chat is just on fire right now. We got so much energy in the chat right now. People are stoked. People are pumped. People are excited. And, with good reason. Here we are just witnessing history all together right now. Pushing towards 63 cents. Got about 350 people in chat, and that's great. If you haven't hit the like button, smash the like button now. It's the number one thing you can do. Let's keep pumping up this stream and pumping up the show like we pump up the Doge. And it kind of works symbiotically because we off each other with Doge. And I really feel that shows like this, obviously not exclusively mine. I'm still a relatively new show with a pretty small compared to my peers, but growing. But we really do, I feel, this community, we do play a part in the Dogementum out there, guys. In the Dogementum out here. So let's keep it up. Let's keep up the Dogementum. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, or you are dead to me. Dead to me. Just kidding. I'm not quite that mean, but you'll be more important to me if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And then lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat throughout the stream, that's obviously hugely appreciated. Yes, here we go. On BitPay just announced today too, Dogecoin integration and expansive plans with Dogecoin going forward. It's happening, folks. It's happening. And this is all happening, Nick, even before Coinbase, even before a literal Dogecoin on the moon, even before Robinhood wallets. This is really wild. I have a hard time attributing all of this to SNL. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, clearly SNL is a factor. It's not something that you can, write off.
Yeah.
But again, this is the story of Doge, and the story of Doge is a perfect storm every single time.
Right.
If you look back, look back to all of our previous run-ups, every run-up that we've had has been like the perfect culmination of like all of these factors coming together.
Yes.
And
yes.
You look at other cryptocurrencies in general, like Cardano or and really any other crypto, and they don't have like a solid trajectory. Like they have events that occur, but like they don't have like these culminating like giant things that come together. And I feel like the bell is being rang for Doge, and every time the bell gets rang, it's just like louder and louder and louder, and eventually the ringing of this bell is reverberating the earth and getting people into crypto who would have never been in the space before, because they found out about this fun coin whose mascot's a dog, and everyone is trading this dog money.
Right.
And I wake up every day like, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Every day I wake up, it's like, this is crazy. I can't believe this, but it's happening. And the sound of it is getting louder and louder.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I think you stated it really well there. The sound is getting louder and louder. And it's just one of these things where I streamed a little bit yesterday. I streamed last night with Upshot. I got back on stream after Upshot because it kept rising. So I jumped on for like an hour and a half and witnessed another ATH. Then finally got some sleep, woke up to it again. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just crazy. It's just not stopping. It's just not stopping. Ario Dogewagon, $2 super chat. Thank you, Ario Dogewagon. Appreciate you. Says, now I can pay my Amex bill. Yeah, I mean, this thing is changing lives. This coin's changing lives in real time. Another $5 super chat from Delos. Thank you again, Delos. Really appreciate that. Could all these pumps be Elon buying Dogecoin on the low in small amounts? I don't think so. I think that's
that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. I don't think so. I think the anticipation of Saturday Night Live definitely is playing a component, but I don't think it's the only component. I think it's, as Nick was saying before, one of many things just kind of culminating to this big explosive cultural sea shift, not only for Dogecoin, but for crypto in general, and how people even will perceive and familiarize themselves with digital currency in the future. So here we are, right about 63 cents right now. The green candles are looking really good. Could we see 69 cents tonight? Oh, that would take a lot more volume, guys, but I'm certainly not crossing it off the list of possibilities given what we've seen so far. Do you think it's possible 69 cents tonight, Nick?
We'll see. I mean, Asia obviously is a key factor at this time. Over in Asia right now, it's about noon,
right,
which is prime time for them. We could see some large orders filled here in the next 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly by tomorrow, if this momentum keeps up. And here's the thing. This momentum is not going to subside by tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. It's going to keep going at least till Saturday. Could we see the sell-off occur on Saturday? Sure. That's a strong possibility. But I do not see this momentum subsiding for at least another 2 or 3 days. So who knows? Right. You remember when I predicted 60, 68 or 70 cents, last week? I do remember it. So,
and I didn't
say... Is it that crazy now?
Yeah, well, I never thought it was crazy. I thought it's definitely more an ambitious prediction than I would have made. I remember saying to you, it sounds kind of wild, but then again, from what we've been seeing, I wouldn't scratch it off the realm of possibility. And I got to say, Nick, you've definitely been more ambitious in your short-term predictions of Doge than I have. And I have to say, you're incredibly ambitious predictions on the short term here are so far bearing to fruit, right? I mean, here we are at 64, almost at 64 cents right now. This is absolutely wild, and it's just crazy, And there were people, a couple people close to me in my life that asked me this afternoon, when do you think I should put in more Doge? I'm like, you could wait to see what happens after Saturday Night Live, but you're kind of rolling the dice with that. If you're planning on holding for a long time, I said, just don't overthink it. Just go in, because you could find yourself just staring at the sidelines and it's 80 cents in a week, when you still had that 50 cent window, right? So, that's interesting. So beef it up. Carl's Jr. says, beef it up. Bye. Beef Supreme says, 69 is almost here. I'm going to purchase more Doge right now, Carl's Jr. said. That's the spirit. Yeah, I'm on the fence about purchasing more Doge because I don't want to dilute my average too much more. But
I mean, if you look at, listen, guys, everything in rational like investment land would tell you that we are severely like overextended right now. Like nobody, like I think the average person probably would like, or not. I'm not the average person. The traditional investor wouldn't be investing right now, right? But clearly, there is big money being invested right now. So like, who knows? Who knows? With Doge, you can't. You just, who knows? It's impossible to say.
Steve Rivas says, $10 super chat. Thank you for that generous super chat, Steve. Appreciate it. And great name, by the way. Balls of Steel, knocking out of the park as per usual. What are your thoughts on Saturday Night Live potentially flopping? It's possible. Sure, it's possible it could flop. But I would also say to that, have you seen Saturday Night Live lately? It's already flopping.
Low bar there.
It's already flopping. It won't take much to exceed expectations of Saturday Night Live. The state of Saturday Night Live is absolutely abysmal, and a personality like Elon Musk on there is a tremendous step up, to say the least. So I think most people are already familiar with Elon Musk that are going to watch, so they know that he's a little bit socially awkward, and I think those people will find that rather endearing rather than a weakness, you know. And so we've already heard several of Elon's skit ideas over Twitter, and honestly, any one of those sounded better than what's usually on Saturday Night Live. So
I think no matter what happens, that even if Elon doesn't do so hot, which, you know, hey, that's a possibility. He's not an actor. He's certainly probably a better at live like interviews and stuff like that than other CEOs are, for sure.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, this is certainly going to be one of SNL's biggest rated shows in a long time, for sure. Like, there will be more people watching this episode of SNL than there have been watching probably for like the past 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, guys, I'm just checking my portfolio really quick. Looking good. It's looking good. So another super chat coming in, $10 at Connor. It was Warren Buffett who said that you must find a way to generate income while sleeping, or you'll work till you die. These kinds of people are also the ones telling you that Doge will fail. Change. Connor, I love your point. I love what you said there. And you are exactly the kind of person that gets it, and it's no wonder that you found this channel, because we are on the same page, my friend. Warren Buffett's obviously an incredibly accomplished, brilliant man, but talk about a double standard, right? Warren Buffett, that was one of his most well-known quotes. Find a way to generate income while sleeping, or you'll work till you die. And this guy is also telling you that Doge will fail, cryptocurrency will fail. It's like, what do you think we're doing here, man? Who's saying it'll fail? Take a look at your wallets right now and tell me that's failing. It's ridiculous.
I love who is this guy. Number 2. I can't remember what that. Warren Buffett has like a henchman. I don't know what you would call him. His like the number 2 guy for Charlie Munger is his name. And this guy came out the other day and they asked him, they were like, what do you think about all this cryptocurrency stuff that's going on right now? And he was, I forget the quote exactly, I could look it up, but Charlie Munger was essentially like, I hate, of course I'm upset about cryptocurrency doing so well. It's the ruin of modern financial institutions, or something like that. And the only thing I could think of was like, well, That ain't gonna be a problem for you, old man. Because you don't have to. You're not gonna be around much longer to experience what's going on here. So don't worry, you won't have to worry about it. But like, dude, these people have been in charge of, ruling over like the middle and lower classes for so many years, and finally, we've got one over on them, and they're just like stewing at the end of their lives, just like, this is terrible. Like, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. This is just great watching this. We just hit 64 cents. 64 cents, guys. This is just incredible. Sometimes I just don't even have the words, right? I just don't even have the words. So 69 cents tonight, absolutely. I definitely put it in the column of possibilities. The way we're going right now, 69 cents is a very attainable objective tonight. Nick, what's been your favorite thing about everything? If you had to like sum it up, like, you've been holding on to this coin since 2014. Overall, what's been your favorite part of this journey so far?
Probably seeing the community grow into what it has become. Because I remember, and anybody, like, whenever after I leave tonight, anyone can go onto my Twitter, and I started my Twitter in 2014 to tweet about Doge, and I got almost no replies on anything. But I thought there was a community back then, and I thought the community was quite large back in 2014, only based off of like the Reddit. Like I thought, oh well, there's a lot of people on Reddit, and that thought the community was pretty big. Now, seeing the community now is outstanding. It is absolutely like mind-bending. The people that have gotten into the community, like not just not Bonds and the Mark Cubans of our world, but like just like people you wouldn't expect. Meek Mill, like who would have thought? Guy Fieri, like weird, like kind of, B-list or fringe celebrities. And then all of the regular people too, who like I connect with now on a daily basis.
Yes.
It's like so crazy to think that like, and also I would like to add that now, granted, I have a freaking huge Dogecoin tattoo on my body. But I go around my community, and I don't live in a huge town or anything. I live outside of a major city, but I live in a pretty, medium-sized suburb. And the people in my town are like, hey, you're the Doge guy. Hey,
right.
What's up, Doge guy? Like, hey, you were the Doge dude. It's fun. It's just a fun atmosphere. I feel like everybody's just enjoying it. And that's what I love so much about this trip.
Yeah, agreed. Traveling Doge coming in at $10 super chat. Thank you, Traveling Doge. Hope everyone makes a Doge load of money. I love that. Hope everyone makes a Doge load of money. Keep doing a great job, Steve. Traveling Doge, thank you. Thank you so much for that super chat and your support. And I love the username. And you are in the right place, my friend. And really appreciate your contribution to the Doge Momentum and to the channel. Just awesome. Looks like it looks like 65 cents coming in here, Nick. It looks like
I got 64.89 over here.
Unbelievable. I mean, what do you say, man? This is just wild. Now, I just went over to the 1 day laser chart here. It's just going straight up. Looks like we just hit 65 cents, guys. We just hit 65 cents. I mean, what can you say? Yes, and that's true. Europe is about to start investing for the day too. This is just nuts, man. I think we're on our way to 69 cents tonight, guys. We are just smashing. We're just smashing it left and right, guys. Just left and right. What even is there to say at this point, except to just enjoy the moment? Except to just enjoy the moment. You know what I mean?
We're up like 55% for the day, 120. Oh, I haven't refreshed. This might be wrong. 100. We're up, 54% for the day, 140% for the week. I mean, and these numbers have continued. Like, this is week after week now, guys. Like, it's just insane. And, you know, I tweeted this out earlier. A lot of people think that a lot of Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin people, are always the Doge supply. It'll never be a good cryptocurrency because of the inflation, you know, too high. Clearly, that isn't the case.
Yes.
Like, they say there's. I love how the circulating supply. Everybody goes off of circulating supply. Well, that's not true. Like, circulating supply is calculating in the possible number of tokens that have been mined, not the number of tokens in circulation, because of course, how many coins have been lost, how many we know there are whale wallets that haven't been touched since 2014 because somebody forgot their password. So there's like 100 million coin wallets that are just frozen in time. So those factors are always going to come into play, and those factors are what is ruining Bitcoin and what's making Dogecoin so great, because you do have to add coins, and you do have to have miners incentivized to mine the coin and keep the blockchain moving and always running and up. These are the things that make Doge so great, and the things that people complain about and say that are the worst parts about Doge are realistically the things that are making this crypto surge to all new levels right now.
Well put, Nick. I think I'd be remiss to not bring up and mention the potential risks and realities of post SNL market value on Dogecoin. What are your honest, raw, unfiltered thoughts on what will happen to Dogecoin after SNL this Saturday?
Well, so with any parabolic run, right, that we've seen Doge go on, we've seen, and this is pretty consistent, and by the way, this after parabolic runs on pretty much any crypto, there's usually always a 50% retracement. That's not unheard of. Like, that's the norm for parabolic, like going parabolic. Could we see a 50% retracement from whatever all-time high we end up at? Sure. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. However, I will say that there has not been a parabolic run that we've been on yet that has lasted multiple days, where we've hit all-time highs day after day after day. Yes. That's something to think about. Also, something to think about is, like, who is, like, there's big market forces now willing to step in and, you know, take over whatever percentage large sellers are willing to get rid of to hold that piece of the market. So who knows? I can't say that a 50% retracement is guaranteed to happen. I can't say that firmly. When a few months ago, I would be pretty confident in that statement. I just don't know. I really don't know. We could go up. It could go up from Saturday. I don't know. It's great. It's just crazy right now.
Yeah, it's hard to say, guys, because this is just unprecedented. I guess if I had to give an estimation of what I think is going to happen, it would be this, guys. I think this is the most probable scenario, and it could be wrong, but I think this is the most probable scenario. I do think that it's going to continue to rise all the way leading up to SNL. And I do think there's going to be a sharp drop during or immediately after SNL. But wherever it drops, I think Dogecoin is going to find its footing and have a new floor that was significantly better than where we were before the SNL Elon thing, before this week. Okay, so I think that's the most probable scenario. Asked me to get any more detailed on what that looks like, I couldn't tell you. I mean, at this rate, we could be at 80 some cents by Saturday night. So who knows? But also, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh. This piece of news is about 14 hours old, so I'd have to check this, but I would imagine it's even less now. Bitcoin dominance as of like 14 hours ago was at 45%. That means that Bitcoin is about to get knocked into altcoin territory. Like that is unheard of and unprecedented. So we have to keep this in mind, like when we're talking about what's happening right now. It's crazy times. It's crazy times that no one thought we'd ever see, and let alone ever see because of Doge, ever. But we're here. You know, it reminds me of that scene in The Matrix where the Oracle is like, you know, we never thought we'd end up here, but here we are. So
yes.
You got to do what you got to do, you know?
Yes, as that rap song from 10 years ago, started from the bottom, now we're here, right? So, we've definitely entered the building. Hanging around 64 cents right now. Just incredible. It's just incredible, especially when you take a look back to earlier in the day when I signed off last night. I think we were at about... this is where we were. I signed off at about 4-ish. You're at 48 cents. So just since then, we've almost gone up. We've gone up 15 cents since then, you guys. Just wild stuff. Where's everyone going to be watching SNL? So what I was thinking about doing, you guys, and let me know in the chat. I'm open to seeing your feedback in the chat on this. I was thinking about streaming live during Saturday Night Live. What I'll be doing is, now I can't obviously stream Saturday Night Live from my channel. That would be a sure way for me to get in trouble. But what I think I'm going to be doing is on one of my headphones, I'm going to be listening and watching Saturday Night Live and kind of reacting to it over here in case people want to like toggle back and forth, right? Because it'll be also interesting to keep an eye on the market during that time too. So let me know if you think that would be something you'd be interested in. If not, maybe I could go on for a little bit after Saturday Night Live instead, or just before, and then that's it. But you know, let me know if enough people would be interested in that. I would be open to doing that. So yeah, right at about 64 cents right now. Just looking good, feeling pretty good in Doge land. It looks like live reaction. Okay. It looks like there's enough interest in that. Okay, I'll work that out. I'll work out some sort of live stream show during SNL.
It's gonna be hard with the audio.
What's that?
So you're gonna have to. It's gonna be hard with the audio because like you're gonna have to listen to it, but they can't. You know, they have to listen to it on their own. Yeah,
I know. It's just, I think I'll just be here for people to kind of hang out and market watch and kind of just talk about what's happening in real time. You know.
Sure.
So, yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what the market does that night because Nick, that's another thing I wanted your thoughts on. As much, in my opinion, it's possible now that as much a whale action that will be happening that night and people shorting Doge that night, we're also exposing Dogecoin to just next levels of mainstream, right? So that's also going to cause a lot of new investors, I think. So I'm thinking we could see a thing where maybe the drop won't be so sharp because those will be getting absorbed by people, by new investors coming in as a consequence of Saturday Night Live. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely believe that, anytime you put a cryptocurrency front and center stage on national television, and I'm not talking about the news or, mainstream media. I'm talking about like primetime television. Not that SNL is anything like, I don't think there's massive audiences for SNL. I just think that this is a unheard of event where we have, basically the richest man in the world going on to promote our community, which is just so cool. Like, that is so cool. Completely unheard of is in the crypto space, but and I love that it's not like, okay, of course Tesla and Elon Musk made an announcement when they bought their Bitcoin, right? Like that was a well-known thing. They made a public announcement. Cool, that's all well and good. But this is like going on essentially a parody show to do a parody of a parody cryptocurrency that's currently winning like the world. I don't know like if you can get more meta than that. Like, that is so funny and just very apropos for Doge. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. So I conducted a poll earlier today and on Twitter, and I haven't even checked the results of it, so I'm going to check it now. And my question, you guys, was, let's see here. My question was, how high realistically do you think Dogecoin could get in the next 24 months? Now, the answers that people could choose from were $1.50, $2, $3, or $5. And there's about 1,200 votes. And in first place is $5 to the tune of about 46% of the voters. $3, just 9%. $2, 12%. And $1.50, about 33%. So those are interesting results, Nick. $2 and $3 were the ones that are most overlooked by far. People seem to think that they're hedging their bets way more cautiously around $1.50, which is obviously the most modest choice, or the most radical choice, $5 within 2 years. Nick, what do you make of a result like that?
I mean, I've said this before about pretty much every crypto, or really any asset class.
Yeah.
Any price of anything is driven solely on sentiment. That's it. What someone else is willing to pay for something. That is all price action is. You can break down all the technical, we've got these features and this coin we have this and we can do that. And by the way, Bitcoin is like low tier on all of these lists of things that it can do as far as like, technology goes. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of that matters. It doesn't matter if your coin can levitate people and send them to Mars. If people don't want to pay for it, they're not going to buy it. So that is the price of anything. So 1,200 people clearly believe that in 24 months we will be at $5. I guess we will.
Mm-hmm.
If you say it's so.
Yeah, I love it. Mama Crypto, don't worry, I didn't overlook your super chat. I got you, Mama Crypto. Mama Crypto is awesome. She's one of the main mods here, and she's also the main mod for me in the Discord server. So Mama Crypto, thank you for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. She says, stop what you're doing and smash that like. Love my Doge fam. Huggles. That is, I assume, to be a hybrid of hugs and Huggles. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. We love Mama Crypto here, and she's just been an excellent supporter of this broadcast since its inception. So we got about 360 folks in here right now. We got about 327 likes there. Let's do a countdown. Let's do a countdown to more likes. Let's pump it up. Let's see if we can blast that like ratio over 400. I think that's a attainable goal. So if you haven't hit that like button, hit it now. I'm going to do a countdown from 10 backwards to pump up the likes to see if we can get it over 400. So if you haven't hit that like button, do it now. Let's see if we can do it, guys. How many we can get in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Now they're coming in. Look at them go.
I love it. Your like ratio is always out of control, and you're always like, let's get some more likes. I love it. You literally have you're the only person I see with like over 100% like ratio, and you're like, we still need more.
Well, I know it is wild, but it's also one of the reasons, in part. I mean, it's not it's like I said, it's not luck that this channel is growing as quickly as it is.
Sure.
So it is part of a strategy, especially when the more you learn about these tricky YouTube algorithms. But you're right. I mean, the people here do so well on the likes compared to most any channels. I mean, they really do. They really do a phenomenal job. Yeah, so we are over 100 likes, over 100%. Also, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. My name's Steven Steele. You're watching Steven Steele Live, and my co-host this evening, and he's a regular here, is Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls, and we are just watching this historic rise of Dogecoin. So anyway, if you're new here, I'd welcome you to hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us, sync up with the vision, and go forward with us. Don't get left behind. We're going to the moon, and we want you to come with. And if you feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout this show, that's obviously hugely appreciated. Thanks so much, guys. Zero Fox says traditional crypto traders in with depth chart analysis would probably say you're crazy to buy now. Problem is, Doge isn't acting like other cryptocurrencies, and will it ever behave like them is the question. Nick.
I like to never say never about anything. Could we see a time when Doge gets back to regular scheduled programming? Who knows? Maybe.
Right.
I think everything, there's that song by the rapper guy that does all the raps for Crypto Face, and I think it's like when it goes up, it's going to go down, which is true. That is true about anything. Anything, crypto, stock, anything. Anything doesn't go up forever, and it doesn't go down forever. It goes up and down. It's just like over time, will it go up or will it go down or kind of stay steady? I think we are in for, a very interesting ride going forward with Doge. And it will never not, from this point on, Doge will never not be, at the very least, an interesting source of entertainment for many to come. It will always be the big show in crypto. in my personal life, it's always going to hold that status. And that's why a lot of people ask me, why'd you get the tattoo? It's because this has changed my life so significantly.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been such a source of like, not even just like, forget about the monetary for a minute. Like it's just incredible. Like what has come of this kind of what I thought was a minor thing many years ago. So yeah, I think it's always going to be around. We're looking at something that will, whatever the case may be, whether it go up, whether it go down, will always be a source of entertainment for many and wealth for some.
Speaking of entertainment, 66 cents we just hit there. Now it's retracing a little bit. But yeah, we are at right under 66 cents now. It keeps going up, guys. It keeps going up. This is absolutely wild style. 66 cents. Are you kidding me? Just incredible. This night is quite a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a ride. A couple super chats here. Let me get to Fred Calderon for $4.99. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate that. You and Papa Upshot and Final Stand really kept me from selling several times. Thanks. Well, there you go. Proof's in the pudding, my friend, and glad to help you make some more money. That's definitely in part of what this show's about. Terry Reed, $4.99 super chat says, wish I could stay up all night with Steven and Nick. Such an exciting time. Got to work again tomorrow at 4 a.m. Love you guys and our Doge family. Well, that's certainly understandable, Nurse Terry Reed. You got that's it's like depending on what, I don't know where in the country you are, but right now that's be about 5 hours from now. So thanks for staying up, for considering you. It's a pretty late time considering your start time. So thank you, Nurse Terry Reed, and thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you here on Steven Steele Live, and I know I don't just speak behalf of myself, but Nick in the chat. You're always here, and you always bring in the good vibes. Let's see here. Yeah, we are reapproaching 66 cents. I almost can't believe it, Nick. This is just, if someone even just told me yesterday that today was going to be potentially 69 cents, I don't know if I would have believed it.
Yeah, I mean, believe it.
Yeah.
And it's certainly like, I now that I look back to it, $1. People were saying, "Oh, we might hit $1 by the end of the week." I mean, that is theoretically possible.
Theoretically possible,
that crazy
right?
To think.
Yeah, theoretically possible.
Hey, my left bicep's in here.
Yeah, why don't you read that super chat for me, Nick?
From my left bicep. What a time, baby. What a time. Rocket emoji, rocket emoji. I love it. I really love that. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. People are creating YouTube personalities based on YouTube chat personalities based on your name. That's pretty funny.
I love it.
That's great. It's great. Trucking All Day coming in at $2. Dogecoin is breaking internet on live again, live on air again. Yes, it definitely is. Trucking All Day. Always good to hear from you, Trucking All Day. You've been a supporter for so long. Look at the pattern on day one chart. Hey, Steven, refresh your graph. I think I just refreshed it, but I'll double check it. Anthony Grant, $5 super chat. Thank you again, Anthony, for another super chat. It's Wednesday on the East Coast, riding the night out. Nice, Ben. Nice. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you, dude. So we'll just refresh the chart just to be sure here. Guys, we have broken 66 cents. 66 cents and rising.
Current all-time high, 6666 on Binance.
Is it really?
666 on Binance, all-time high.
Iron Maiden would be proud.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Run to the hills.
Run for your life. Granny Got Crypto is up in the chat. Dingo Brusolo, some my favorite sounding names. Dingo Brusolo. That's awesome. That's such a great name. Yeah, this is just phenomenal. I'm gonna check out Ethereum Classic too. People are saying that's mooning. I got a little bit of money in there, and I honestly just put a little money in Classic yesterday because I had a feeling it was gonna do some things. So I reappropriated a little bit of my portfolio and switched some things around, put some in Classic. So let's check out the ETC. Yeah, ETC is doing really good. It's at $77.26. It's up 50% for the day. Wow. And Ethereum right now, guys, is... Sorry, a little delay here. Maybe Voyager's just having a hard time handling all this traffic. Oh, there we go. Ethereum is back up to a little over $3,300 a coin. And Bitcoin is looking very flaccid at about a little under 55,000.
All those Bitcoin maxis disappeared from my posts. Yeah, they're all gone.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Yes, we are making history, guys. Just hanging out right at the high 5.9, very highest 5.9, early 6.6s. Just kind of coming in and out there. Back up to 6.6 again. Just amazing. Just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Just incredible. We've been looking at like a live day chart. Let's go. We went with the 1 day chart. Let's go with the live laser chart. Just give it kind of a different perspective here. So just since about... we started the show, we were about, where were we? We were about 60, oh my gosh, we came so far. Wow. When you think about how much we've traveled just since we've been on the show.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we were right about 60 cents when we started the show, and now it's 66 cents. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen? This is just wild. Someone says, enter the Doge. I love it. Lady Doge.
Just a
welcome.
day ago.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
Just a day ago, we hit a sell-off that brought us down into like 39. So
I can't believe
think about that.
That is wild stuff, my friend. Wild stuff.
Yeah.
If this is your first time watching the show, it's your first time here, I want you to press 1. I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. It's your first time watching tonight. Tim says, is this really live? Why does it show 65 here, but on my app it shows 66? Because there's usually, yes, it is live, firstly. Secondly, with almost any live stream, there's about a 30-second delay between what I'm streaming here and by the time it hits your ears and eyes. Tuco, why would I do that? Why would I no, it's not live. I'm just purposely deceiving people by putting everything 30 seconds behind. Tuco coming with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that super chat, Tuco. It says, looks like Papa Upshot will have to start planning that party soon. I was just thinking about the same thing, Tuco. He's because he said it's 69 cents. He was going to start filling in details of that party. George Guy.
Are you going to go?
I'm going to try to go, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I love Boston. I would love to get out there and meet everyone. I think it'd be a great time, man. George Guy coming in at $3.99. Friday night Doge will pass B&B and be number 3 for methinks. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair prediction, especially considering how everything's going, George Guy.
We're not far off right now.
We really aren't. We really aren't far off from dethroning BNB and market cap.
11 billion. I mean, we've added that in the day before. So,
yeah, we are definitely hot on the heels of dethroning BNB. So we'll see where it leads. We'll see where it leads, guys. A thought I had last night, Nick. I thought about this journey. And especially now that we're seeing Doge rise like it is, I can't help but think about the people we've lost along the way. And what I mean by that is there are even people that I worked with over at the previous channel that I used to guest on. And that was a huge show. And there's people that I met through there that had since along the way sold their Doge. And it all happened when we traded sideways for between 4 to 6 cents for a few months. People lost interest. People gave up on Doge. People found new coins they believed were going to be great replacements to Doge. More and more successful, right? Et cetera, et cetera. So they sold all their Doge. They jumped over these other projects, thinking that they were going to be poised to do better. And I really think that it's the lack of patience that is one of the main things that end up causing just a lot of the division, I guess, that we're seeing right now. Do you have any thoughts about that?
RIP the sellers back in the day.
Yeah.
Like a few months back, the people who got bored, man. Woo! Feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Feel bad for them. But you know what? Hey.
We guys, Nick, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We're closing in. We're at 68 cents now. We might be hitting 69 cents on the air tonight, guys. This is just wild. Sorry, Nick. It just moved quicker than I realized. Yeah. This is just incredible, you guys. I think we might hit 69 cents on the air tonight. We will see. It is just wild. I am absolutely floored and beside myself. $5 super chat from the Dudes Abides. Love that movie. Love that name. For $5. How do you keep looking at your balance and not taking any profits? What is your profit taking strategy? Thanks and good luck. I think Nick's the perfect guy to answer this first, honestly.
So, I was very open and honest that, I've never said exactly how much I hold, but I mean, you could probably do the math. I spent $10,000 7 years ago. My first initial buy was pinned to my Twitter for the longest time. And so, I've sold 1 million coins so far. And I told everybody the first 500,000 I sold was at 8 cents when we first ran up, because we didn't know if it was going to be a dud just like every other, altcoin at the time, or what was going to happen. Then I sold another 500,000 at 17.5 cents. I think I was live with Steven when I did it, when we hit the initial God pump like a few weeks back. And I don't regret anything about that. I ended up flipping the other 500,000 into BNB, so that was fine. And the first 500,000 I had to sell at the time because I just lost my job. So, also didn't feel bad about that either. But I made a plan, and I made a promise to myself and my family and my girlfriend, because after that second 500,000 sell, I had a lot of regret, and I just was very anxious. And anytime we started to go parabolic like we are now, I was getting tons and tons of anxiety, and I am not an anxious person at all. So I wanted to alleviate that stress from my life entirely. So I promised my family and my girlfriend and myself that the next time that I sold another 1 million coins, I would not sell my next 1 million until after we were well through $1 and had stabilized. So I mentioned this earlier in the night, I don't have a limit sell set for $1. I want Doge, and I know Doge will get through $1 and stabilize. You know, whether that stabilization be for a few weeks or a month or whatever it may be, I am willing to wait until Doge is past $1, and then I will make my next $1 million sell. And I encourage everyone to first take a look at your tax implications. Did you buy Doge like less than a year ago? If so, you might not want to sell any because you're going to get hit with short-term capital gains if you live in the U.S. and depending on what state you live in, state tax as well. And then also make sure that you're not selling into anxiety, and the thought of selling isn't making you isn't giving you a worse quality of life. You know, I never thought in my life that I would have like making $1 million would be like stressful, you know. I thought that becoming a millionaire would be like not easy, but it would alleviate problems in my life, not cause them.
Right.
So I don't ever want to have Doge become a negative force on my life. So I have a selling strategy now. Like I said, my next $1 million that I'm going to sell is after $1, and I will look at the next $1 million after that and see what I think the market's going to do from there. Maybe once we're through $2, you know, into the $2.50 range, I'll make another $1 million sell. But I'm pacing this out, and I'm not trying to add any more stress to my life than I had previously. So that's just how I do it. You know, everybody else might be different, but I encourage you to not worry so much about the money and worry more about your personal well-being. And if it's causing you any type of like anxiety or stress, just leave it in, see what happens. YOLO.
Yeah, well stated, Nick, and thanks for sharing your unique experience with everyone. I think it is helpful for people. Surge Soda, thank you. Surge Soda is back, guys.
Awesome.
$1.99 super chat. I have Surge Soda cans to send you. Okay, DM me, and then you can then surge me, baby.
That's awesome.
Appreciate the super chat, Surge Soda. Yeah, we are just hanging out. We hit some retracement there pretty good, but it seems to be bouncing back up again, getting into about 68 cents again. And we'll probably try to reapproach the big 69. I think 69 is a very symbolic number for a lot of people. I think that reason alone is enough for it to cause a pretty good amount of retracement, but it's going to retest there shortly, guys, the way this is going. And if you're new here, I would encourage you to subscribe and click the notification bell and stick around. I do stream pretty regularly. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I think most of you probably follow me on Twitter, but if you don't, you can follow me on Twitter through the link pinned at the top of the chat. I love staying in contact with my audience there. I'm very active on Twitter, and my DMs are open there. My first super chat got skipped. Oh no, Surge Soda. Let me scroll back here. I'm sorry. I'm looking, Surge Soda. I don't see it in the chat, but
I didn't see it either. I would have noticed Surge.
Yeah,
Maybe
usually.
it didn't go through. Yeah,
maybe it didn't go through because I didn't see. Neither one of us saw it, buddy. Costing me Surge.
That's too bad because I hope Surge Soda makes a comeback after all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, Surge teams up with Dogecoin.
That'd be great.
Well, let's get to that number 3 spot, ladies and gents. Let's go. Yes, people are getting pumped. People are stoked. People are psyched. We are at, we're just kind of just trading sideways for a bit, but still just right under 68 cents. I mean, can you complain? I certainly can't. No way. We are overtaking BNB tonight on market cap. Old boy Ocean says it's possible that we do, guys. I tried to give my church. Harley says Get this. I tried to give my church 85,000 Doge, and the pastor would not take them because he said they were from the devil. Now I have to find another organization to give away to. What?
Wow.
That's a lot of Doge, especially these days.
I would find a new church if I were you.
Wow. Yeah, I would find an organization that's not like that church.
Yeah.
That does a lot of good work, a lot of positive work. Make sure they do a lot of practical positive work for the community or whatever. But that is a wild story. He thought the Doge was from the devil. Doge from the devil. I don't even know if that's a real story, but if it is, that's crazy. I bet if he learned anything about Doge since then, I guarantee that pastor is full of regret. Big regret.
Malarkey.
Yeah, and he's full of malarkey, but wow. I mean, that's really generous of you to offer that to a church. Trucking All Day coming in at $5 Super Chat. Thank you, Trucking. We need to have the same discipline applied to work out our bodies, and we do to work out our financial decisions. Great advice, Nick. Yes. Thank you, Trucking All Day, and for the Super Chat. Yeah, definitely.
And I do take that approach to like life, as you know, as well as your financial situation, like having a strong mind and having a strong body and having a strong mental discipline. All of these things come together to make you like a better investor and just person overall. I think I always think back to like Superman.
Yep.
And not that like Superman was an alien from another planet, but his adversary was Lex Luthor. And Lex Luthor was not an alien. He was just a guy who made the most money out of everyone, but he was also super jacked. And he wanted to be the best at he wanted to be super jacked. He wanted to be super healthy. He wanted to be like the best at everything and have like the most money. And like, you know, obviously he was the villain. But in his mind, he was doing good and preventing like the world from getting taken over by an alien who could destroy everything. So it's all kind of like your perspective or whatever, but keeping a strong mind and a strong body, very important. Yeah,
definitely. Beastly Blake 101, thank you for your $2 super chat. God bless. I remember 5 cents on the crypto show. Yeah, it just shows the remarkable amount of dedication we had, where how still excited and dedicated that we were to Dogecoin even back when it was a nickel. And night after night, I would get on the air and just still drum up this almost the same level of enthusiasm and excitement for a coin that was trading sideways at a nickel for months on end. So, but we found a way. You wouldn't just talk about the chart. I would try to make it entertaining, talk about a variety of stuff, and then come back to it and talk about the potential and utility and how and why I think it's going to really go places, things like that. So it's really fun to think back how we used to get each other excited over a nickel, and now we're pushing 69 cents here. I love how money didn't even make the list anymore. Andrew says. Beef Supreme says, I need more Doge. I think we all share that sentiment. I think every person in this room feels that sentiment, that we need more Doge.
I don't know. We're gonna have to get in a DM sometime. I want to know the backstory on Beef Supreme. Like, who is this guy? Like, where is he from? Like, I don't need to hear. Like, he doesn't need to tell me in the chat or anything. But I would love to know, like, where is he coming from?
The origins of Beef Supreme.
Yeah, I want to know the origin story on Beef Supreme.
Well, he's obviously a fan of the film Idiocracy.
Oh, for sure.
but-
Likewise am I.
Yeah. But other than that, your guess is as good as mine. How does the username Beef Supreme end up in Doge? And yeah, there are some interesting questions there to explore. Isaac says, have multiple brokerage accounts. Yeah. Logged to my old Robinhood account to buy in. Connor said, I wish I'd found this channel earlier, but I'm glad I'm here now. Hey, man. No problem. This channel's only been around a little bit over a month now, so it's okay, man. Yeah, I mean, we're still at the beginning of this journey, and there's still much more fun to be had, much more gains to be had, much more adventures and fun and excitement to be had. So glad you found it. Put it this way, you're still on the ground floor of the Steven Steele show. Compared to where I think this channel may be next year, Sif Bupreme. Beef Supreme says, I'm going to make a movie on my life. Need a lead actor. Maybe get Nicolas Cage to play Beef Supreme.
Oh, that'd be great.
The beef, no. Yeah, I could see Nicolas Cage.
My girlfriend and I just watched that the movie he just came out with a couple months back. The one about the what's it called? Where they're stuck in like a Dave and Buster's kind of thing overnight, and the animals come alive. What is that?
Night at the Museum?
No, Nicolas Cage. Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's
just came out.
Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
She hated it. I loved it. He doesn't have a single line of dialogue in the entire film.
Wow.
I thought it was fun.
I'll check it out. I actually hadn't even heard of it, but it sounds like something I'd like.
It's like an indie movie.
Actually, another kind of indie-ish movie that Nicolas Cage starred in a few years ago. And I mean literally a few, maybe like 2 years ago. Was this horror film that was really well done called Mandy. And the cinematography, especially the graphic design of the artwork and everything around it is so cool. But Mandy is about a guy that lives in the woods, in the wilderness with his woman. And then this crazy kind of like Charles Manson-esque cult kidnaps his wife. And this crazy Manson cult is also in the woods, in this same general deep forestry area. Yeah, and they kidnap his wife, and it's the rest of I don't want to spoil it too much, but the rest of the movie is Nick Cage going up against this crazy Manson cult in the woods, trying to get his wife back and seek revenge.
It's funny because if you watch Mandy at this, I think it might have even been the same year. He was also in a movie called The Color Out of Space, which is a H.P. Lovecraft story. If anybody knows me, I'm a huge H.P. Lovecraft fan. I often say I have a copy of the Necronomicon sitting right next to me right now.
Okay.
And if you watch Mandy and you watch Color Out of Space, they could be directed by the same person. Like the cinematography is very similar. The colors are very similar. It's like they're both like tinged in magenta. I love that look. It was so cool.
Yeah, I love that too.
They're highly looked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out, man. It sounds like it'd be right up my alley. I'm surprised I haven't checked it out yet, frankly.
You would love it.
Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, we're kind of like trading sideways a bit. Some retracement. No big deal. Pretty pretty expected considering what's going on here.
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm actually gonna get going for the night.
Nope, that doesn't sound crazy at all.
Super tired.
It's kind of late, so yep, I get it. No worries, Nick.
I do wish everyone well. I hope we can. I hope you stay on and everybody gets to see the big 6-9 tonight. It's
quite possible. It's quite doable. Nick, thanks for hanging out as long as you did. I know that you stayed longer than what you normally were going to. So thanks for hanging out, dude.
Thank you so much for having me. And have a great rest of your stream, buddy.
Thanks, man. Guys, if you want to follow Nick Balls on Twitter, I'm going to put his Twitter URL in the chat if you're interested in following Nick on Twitter. Thanks again to Nick there. And I'm going to pop that in the chat.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Good night and good luck, everybody.
Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon. Nick Balls, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls, everyone. It was really cool of him to join us tonight. And we're starting to rebound here, starting to stabilize at about 67 cents. David says, got no chance. Holly asked earlier, she said, Stephen Dahl, what is this music? Most of this playlist is by an artist named Carl Casey. And I think he's just phenomenal. And he's also the artist that does the theme song to this show. He does the song that you hear on the intro to this show. So we're eking back up to about to hit 67 cents again, guys. 67 cents. Just wild and crazy stuff. Biggie Man 52 coming in with $1.99. Talk is it's too late to invest in Doge. No. Again, it's not too late if you're willing to hold for the long run. If you're willing to hold for the long haul. But thank you, Biggie Man, for your super chat. Appreciate you. Someone said Elon just tweeted, so let me check that out, guys. See if it's anything topical or relevant. See what he had to say. If that's true. If he did just tweet, it'd have to be a response. It looks like 8 minutes ago. Yeah, it's just like a tweet response. Not really relevant to Doge, but the point is he's online now, right? He's online. And so we know that Elon is online and he's got to be seeing what's going on with the Doge. So what does that mean? It means we could hear from him again in relation to Dogecoin. Like, it's entirely possible, guys. Entirely possible. Christopher says, wow, we are at 5 cents. For months, I was in it with you. Felt like forever and then felt so fast at the same time. Sounds like my first serious relationship. Sounds like losing the virginity. 65 cents going to big retracement here, guys. Not surprising. I do think that we're going to stabilize upwards of 66 cents again. Definitely some retracement here. But now it looks like it's trying to make a comeback to bounce out of that and keep ascending with these another green candle just trying to go up here right now too. So yeah, we'll keep a close eye on it. We'll keep a close eye on it, gang. Mic check, Steve. What's wrong? Yeah, it could be dipping to 6.4. Either way, if this thing can stay above 60 cents or above, I consider it a big win, guys. A big win. Tremendous win. Local Enterprise Broadcasting in with a $2 super chat. What a night. Yeah, it's just really wild style. I mean, this coin's come so far in such a short amount of time. And it's not only vindicating, but it's just very exciting to watch for a number of reasons. Jordan says Steven is a goat. If someone would have called me that a couple years ago, I'm not sure if I would have taken it in such a positive manner. These days, it's a massive, massive compliment. So thank you, Jordan. Another red day in the stock market, and people are going to start really investing heavy in Doge. You know, we are definitely seeing a sea change where people are losing their patience. More investors are losing their patience with stocks, and they're just getting bored, and they're tired of putting their life savings into particular stocks that hold very modest returns over a long period of time. So that's another reason why the entire cryptocurrency world is booming. Yeah, so Steve is the rabbit. Jordan says, love this show. Everyone is so positive. We are the people of Doge. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Jordan. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I like the sound of that. 99 cents in 24 hours. Yeah, baby. You know, the way things have been going, it's entirely possible that it's within the realm of possibility, right? That we could see Doge to $1 by the weekend. It's possible. In 24 hours, very unlikely, but gosh, have to leave a realm of possibility, given how wily this coin has been acting over the last 48, 72 hours. Buy Litecoin, someone says. I own some Litecoin. I think Litecoin's a solid long-term investment overall. I also own bought some Ethereum Classic earlier tonight for kicks. I'm not sure how I feel about Ethereum Classic for a solid long-term investment, but I'm looking at Ethereum Classic as more of a ETC. It's more of a short-term thing right now. I'm not sold on Ethereum Classic for long-term yet. Uh, 7 to 9% gains daily is the move. Yes. When do you think Coinbase will list the Doge? I think it's very probable that, I don't know. All I can tell you is that they are going to list Doge. The CEO of Coinbase has given some distinct, unique signals that that's going to happen. I don't know when. Frankly, it's probably good that they're not delivering that news now. We don't really need Coinbase the way this is going. It'd be better if Coinbase announced it when we weren't in the middle of Doge just going completely wild like this, right? I think it'd have more of an impact. But the Dogecoin Coinbase pairing is coming, guys, in the near future. So just hang tight there. It's going to happen. Same with Dogecoin and Tesla integration with Elon. I do believe that's going to happen. Judging by some things he's tweeted in the past, I would say it's a good probability that he will announce that early in 2022. You say you aren't sold on Ethereum Classic for long term, but you are sold on Doge for long term. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's so funny to me, and this is kind of like, you know, it just goes with the territory of getting a more popular channel. It goes with the territory of the rise of Dogecoin just really ascending and getting a lot of attention right now. But Truckin' All Day, $2 super chat. Thank you, Truckin' All Day. What do you think of exchange coins, Bitmart, BMX? I don't know what to think of BMX. I'll have to get back to you on BMX, Truckin' All Day, sorry. So, yeah, it's one of those things where, I don't know, I have to explain it over and over on the channel, but Dogecoin is poised to be the most popular digital currency on the planet in terms of being used in a retail space in an everyday way on big and small transactions, right? So when people say, what is its real case utility? It's like, it's literally money that you can buy things with. What are you talking about? And it's making a lot of progress in a lot of industries. We're only going to see more and more industries and businesses pile on and start to accept Doge as a form of payment, etc., etc. So, yeah. And it does it more efficiently and cheaper than Bitcoin or Ethereum, really. Sounds like there's some new subscriptions coming in here. Let's check it out. Yeah, wild stuff, guys. Yep, we're right at 67 cents right now. Quarter to midnight in my neck of the woods. If you're out in the West Coast by In-N-Out Burgers, you are definitely earlier at about quarter to 11. And if you're on the East Coast or Florida, you are officially a night owl, going on a quarter to 1 in the morning. This is Steven Steele. If you are new here, you've been watching Steven Steele live. I also do another show on this channel called Doge After Dark. And I stream pretty regularly, pretty Doge-centrically, and would love to have you along for the ride to the ascendance of the moon. So hit the subscribe button, that notification bell. Appreciate it, guys. All right, guys. So still around 300 people in the chat here. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm just doing a little research behind the scenes here. So Doge is trending again on Twitter. And we've been hitting all-time highs a couple days in a row now. Hit an all-time high last night. Hit an all-time high today. Hit an all-time high again tonight. All live in the air. Just really, really exceptional. Really something else going on. I want a Doge slot machine, Beef Supreme says. I didn't even know they made such a thing. I'm recently in the RGV near Starbase, Texas. Awesome. Maybe I'll end up at Starbase, Texas once Elon gets all that dialed in. Manifested. Beef Supreme says universe will make it now. Manifest it. Beef Supreme. This summer, get ready to go on the most parabolic rocket ride of your life as we take off to charters that we've never seen before, changing the face of not only cryptocurrency, but currency throughout the planet. They said this coin wouldn't make it to 10 cents. Then they said we wouldn't make it to 15 cents. Some CEOs even called it cancer. But what they didn't know was that this rocket ride wasn't going to stop anytime soon. It wasn't going to stop until we were on top. Don't miss it. Dogecoin, the new adventure. Rated PG. I had to get a wholesome one in there. I had to get a wholesome movie trailer. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Guys, we are approaching the big 69 again. We're trading at about 68.5. Looking to retest at 69 again. Took a while though to get here and retest again, but looks like we're about to doing it. Big thick green candles forming. One for sure anyway. I'll see if it continues. But we are seeing also a lot of resistance right at the middle of that 6.8. Right at the middle of that 6.8. $4.99 super chat from Local Enterprise Broadcasting. Permission to clip that wonderful promo you just did? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Just credit me, my man. Impact J says, I've never accumulated so much wealth in such a short time. Thank you so much. Doge. Yes. A lot of people are having that experience in real time right now. It's just wonderful. Never Rolo, learn and listen. Stop, collaborate and listen. ICE is back with a brand new edition. So, can we hit 69 cents? It's certainly probable. We keep retesting right at about the 68.5, guys. Another green candle forming here after two red candles. Bianca. Bianca says, good night, y'all. Got to be up early for work. Totally understand, Bianca. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you, Bianca. And we'll see you next time. So the green candle's getting thicker. We are at... just bouncing around like crazy. Lots of buy and sell orders coming in back and forth. A lot of resistance at that big 6.9. That's definitely one of those amounts that a certain amount of people triggers sells with, right? So for obvious reasons, and it's just one of those numbers that's often associated with the Doge community due to the memes and everything else and Elon. So we are trying to retest at 69. Just can't quite get there yet. Holy cow, Johnny Yabera coming in with a massive super chat for $24.99. Johnny Yabera, been one of my biggest supporters since I first started live streaming solo. So thank you, Johnny. Really appreciate that. He says, can't believe I can pay off all my student loan debt soon to Doge. Soon thanks to Doge. Cheers for the future Doge millionaires. Yes, that is awesome. That's great news, man. I'm really happy for you, Johnny. Really happy for you. You definitely deserve it. And thanks for your continued support of the show and Doge. And and the whole thing, man. Thank you so much. Alexander says, time to watch and fall asleep to Steven's soothing voice. Welcome to Doge Market Watch with Steven Steele. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What you have witnessed here tonight is a term in the markets we call ATH. What does ATH stand for, Steven Steele? Well, I'm glad that you asked. It stands for all-time high. And tonight, we've certainly seen plenty of them. So, as we toggle back and forth between 68 cents and trying to break through to the big 6.9, I want each and every person watching right now to take a big, deep breath and slowly exhale. One more time. Everyone, take a big, deep Doge breath. And exhale. 69. See, that's all part of the manifestation process. All part of the 69-cent manifestation process. Sorry, Victor, I can't tell you about that stock. I don't know enough about it. Gustavo, $2. Elon buying dips. You think Elon's buying the dips? Who knows? I feel like Elon, if anything, he invested really big into something like Doge really early on. Oh yeah, guys. Listen, if you guys are new, I'd like to personally welcome you and encourage you to press the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never have to wonder when I go live again, guys. Never have to wonder when I go live again. This channel is growing pretty rapidly now, and don't want you to get left behind. Come along for the ride as we rocket all the way to the moon and have a great time doing it. Yep. Get your chips. We are buying dips. Chips and dips. In, what was that movie? I think it was a quote from 16 Candles. Chips, dips, and dorks. That's from, that line was from some seminal 80s comedy. I think it was Revenge of the Nerds, actually. Revenge of the Nerds. Which is a great film. My favorite line in Revenge of the Nerds is when the cheerleader says, "Gee, I've never made it with a nerd before." Yeah, it's a very ridiculous movie. It's at least twice as ridiculous as the name of the movie. If that tells you anything. $1.50. What is the probability that we can get to $1 within a week? I would say it's definitely more slim, but at this rate, it's within the realm of possibility, which if you would have asked me a couple weeks ago, I would contend that it was not. So, but you always have to adjust for breakout market trends and unpredictable behavior. $0.79 tonight, someone says. Guys, so I can't do an X-rated trailer. Steven, what was your first purchase price? Do you have any regrets? My first purchase price for Dogecoin was at just 2 cents, and of course I have no regrets. Batman vs. Deadpool coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Oh yeah, dog money. Also, the party scene with Thriller playing in the background in that movie is awesome. Also, when are we going to get the Steven altcoin? I have been flirting with at least the concept of a Steven Steele altcoin. I just wanted to make sure it have fun utility and just make sure the quality and standard was there, and that I'd be working with a great team on it. So I don't know. I couldn't give you a timeline on it, but it's definitely something I've considered that could be really cool. Do you think it's coming down before Friday? I don't know before Friday, but on Saturday it likely will, and right after Saturday Night Live it likely will. The steel coin. Yes, I like the sound of that. I like the ring of that. Where's the beef at? Where's the beef coin at? I love it. I love it. Guys, I'm kind of wiped out, to be honest. I've been streaming so much, so I can't go as late tonight. I gotta unwind and get a little more rest. Plus, I deal with a chronic health issue thing, and been having it's been pretty flared up today. So, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. This has been great. Great crowd tonight. Great stream. You guys are just what a phenomenal community. I'm glad we could watch these all-time highs together. And tomorrow, I think we're just going to keep smashing. I think we're going to keep just having a fantastic day. And you guys, yes, enjoy the gains, enjoy the journey. This is only the beginning. There's so much more to go, not only with Doge, but this channel. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, join us. And thank you to everyone who super chatted tonight. Really, really, really appreciate that. It really means a lot. And thank you so much. And thanks to Johnny Yabera. I think I read his last super chat out loud about paying off his student loan. Yep. And thank you to my mods for holding it down, doing a great job. And at that, you guys, I will see you soon. I will see you next time. It won't be long. Until then, I'm going to leave you guys with my official outro video now. I'm going to leave you with that to enjoy. Until next time, this is Steven Steele, signing out.